All right, this is Tony Blackburn, and we're here with Harco Sports, and we're here today talking with John Horgan, and John is the first-year coach of the Joppatowne Mariners. Joppatowne finished last season with a 5-5 record, and as I said, this is Coach Horgan's first season. And Coach, you'll be taking over a program that's been quite had a successful run over the past 10 to 15 years with two very successful coaches in Greg Commandor and Billy Weibel. Having coached under both of these men, what aspects of their coaching styles and philosophies are you going to be bringing to the Joppatowne Mariners this season?
Well, working with Greg, first thing I noticed about him, he was a great leader. I would watch the kids in team meetings, and when he spoke, everyone looked at him. And it wasn't because he was yelling at him. It's just because he was a great leader. All right, and he was well liked by the staff. He was well liked by parents. Now, Bill Weibel, excellent communicator. All right, and probably one of the best coaches I've ever met in preparing kids and his staff for the game, for the next opponent. Win or lose, we were always very well prepared. And the thing I would like to emulate from both of them was the fact that they delegated authority very well to their staff. On both of their staffs, every coach knew exactly what his job was and what his role was.
Great. And it goes without saying, though, that each coach wants to kind of put his own stamp on his program. And so what sort of changes are we going to be seeing at Joppatowne this fall under a John Horgan coach team?
Well, under a John Horgan team, academics are going to be first. We're going to have mandatory study hall, at least one day a week. I want my team to be disciplined. I want to be known as a team that's disciplined, doesn't lose their cool. All right. I want to be a solid defensive team. If they can't score, they can't win. All right. I want to establish the run. Okay. I want to control the clock. And I know you. Surprisingly, this coming from a Joppatowne coach, I want to throw the ball very well when necessary.
So we'll be lighting up the sky at Joppatowne now?
I'm not saying that, but I want to throw the ball very well when necessary.
All right. And turning to this year, which players are going to be key contributors for your team?
All right. I have a senior fullback linebacker, Dylan Nicodemus. He's 6 foot, 190 pounds. He's probably one of our best tacklers and defensive players last year. I have Maurice Trusty, senior running back linebacker, 5'6", 150 pounds, probably pound for pound the strongest kid in the county. No doubt. I have Malik Smith, a junior offensive and defensive lineman, 6 foot, 195 pounds. He's a returning starter. Montre McKnight, a new kid who hasn't been with us for a couple years. He's a junior, tight end, 6 foot, 190 pounds. Tight end and defensive end, excuse me. And I have Austin Odell, our JV quarterback from last year. He's also going to play linebacker, 5'6", 160 pounds.
Great. What sort of summer work? You've got, a lot of these guys are coming in. What sort of summer work have you guys been doing to prepare for the season?
Well, as soon as I was hired as a coach, I started spring workouts, and we were 3 days a week with weight training, flexibility training, core training, speed training. I wanted to establish, with my team, a sense of urgency in the weight room. Get in, do our core lifts, and get out. All right, and I hope that carries over to the field. I also started a program with the 8th graders 2 days a week in the spring, so they were ready. They knew all the core lifts when I put them in with the juniors and seniors and sophomores in the summer program. Now, during the summer, we've been going Tuesdays and Thursdays, 2 sessions every day, one at 5, one at 9 o'clock. I've also had some of my top players working out with former Joppatowne alumni, Jeremy Navarre, former NFL player at the Arena Club.
Great. So that's a great resource, I guess, to have a former NFL player as an alumni. Is he going to be on your staff this year?
He is probably a part-time guy on my staff due to his responsibilities with the Arena
Club. Have you guys participated in any of these 7-on-7 leagues?
Yes, we participated in the 7-on-7 league at John Carroll in May and June. We put some new schemes in. It's a passing league, threw the ball around a lot. We were very competitive. I was happy with a lot of my younger players coming up, learning the system. They did a nice job.
So it sounds like you guys have been doing a lot. How's the attendance been at these?
I think our weight training attendance has been good, but I always want more guys there.
Sure.
If I get 25 guys there, I want 26 the next time.
Now, once your practice begins with your team on August 11th, what's going to be some of your key points of emphasis that you go over with the team?
Well, I want to tackle well. teams that tackle well are successful. Okay, I want everybody to be able to block well. All right, I want everybody to know their job, what to do, where to go. If everybody, that means we're mentally disciplined, and I want them to realize that special teams is important. It's 25% of all the plays in a game, and we have to treat that very important.
Well, with that in mind, as each coach, I guess, goes into another season, to a new season, they probably have in the back of their mind, I think we're going to do this well or that well. What do you think the Joppatowne Mariners are going to do well this season?
Well, I think we will move the ball well on offense, but I think we're going to be an improved defensive team. I really hope we will be an improved defensive team and keep other teams off the scoreboard.
All right. And kind of along the same vein, coaches probably going each year saying, I think we're going to do this well. They probably also in the back of their mind have some questions that you need to have answered. What sort of questions do you need to have answered about your team?
Our offensive and defensive line needs to come together in the summer, and we need to establish that.
And how do you think you guys can do that?
I think our JV players, some of them are going to be JV players from last year. They need to step up and get that varsity mentality and buy into our system.
All right. And finally, you're entering in your first season as a head coach. What goals have you set for the team for this year?
Goals for my team are going to be, I want them to be successful in the classroom and be successful on the field.
That's great. Well, thank you very much for your time, Coach. Good luck this season.
Thank you.